Alright. So, Lucian's pretty cool as well. He has some mechanics, but more than often it's just auto attack canceling like every other standard AD carry. This one... Well, actually, we don't really need to do that. We just need that. Boom. It's like a little beat.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
On my face. Alright. That. I like this build. I'm gonna think I'm nuts, but I like it. And then something like either this or 40% CDR. If you don't really need the MR, I do like going that because it's just so much CDR. That's cool. Okay. Oh yeah, we can just do it like this. There we go. And boom. Okay. So now we're gonna grab our minions. Boom. 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 Alright. So now we're gonna grab our minions. Alright.
That's what I am.
So Bork is gonna be a huge trading tool. A lot of the time. Like whenever you're trying to engage, let's actually put that on. I didn't think I was gonna need it, but I didn't realize Bork was gonna be an auto refresh cooldown that we would need. So like I said, I do like starting with W. W is really tricky, but it's like cool. Because if you can start any trade with like auto, W, auto, you can easily win trades really hard. Like super hard. I get it, it's a level 1 dummy, but like imagine doing that to somebody. They're gone. They're completely gone. So starting off, see how it's a constant stream of damage? It's a constant stream. Like nowhere in that setup is like, are you gonna escape the damage? That one was a little bit more, that was a little bad. Yeah. So, like, you can fine tune it, definitely. And also, that's the other thing, is lining up your Qs. Like, obviously this is simple. Like, that's not difficult, but it's using the minion wave to your advantage to find each angle to where you can make the most of it. So it's really getting your angles down with them is kind of key. And also knowing how to position your ulti. So like, say if like somebody's coming up here, and like say somebody's moving this way, right? Like their route is coming here, and you catch them going that way. Once they hit this marker, as long as you're angled here, like you don't want to shoot them here. You don't want to try to beat them there. You want to beat them here, so you can chase them down, and then, you know, continue going. Cool, I'll take a free blue buff. So other than that, it's also just knowing when you can go in on everything. I like using W as my engage and disengage just because the kiting is really awesome with it. You get free speed for no reason, and you also have Bork. So when you combine the time to actually go through, it's decent. That one was a really iffy combo. Just because I strung an auto in when I didn't really need to, because I should have just abused the passive more. So okay, so W, E, Q. Obviously you want to save your Q until press the attack has triggered, so that way you get the most damage out of it. And then there's also E, like that route. When you're level 1, you obviously want to auto, just trigger press the attack. With Lucian, whenever you can fit an auto in, it's always best to fit the auto in. Like, it's 9 times out of 10, it's always best to fit the auto in. Like, just get, oh yeah, my best attack already triggered. Okay, so now the biggest thing I think about Lucian is going to be how you abuse your dash. Like, yeah, your dash can go over different things, but you don't always want to dash your full length. I know that sounds a little weird, but hear me out. When you're using your dash for damage, this is way longer. Like, it's way longer than just short dashing and triggering your autos, right? So you have... It's way faster. It's way faster than... You see the difference? Against a better player, they're going to be able to get away. And they're also going to be able to try to avoid your Q in a good way too. So sometimes when you play the game, you kind of have to think of when it's best to optimize for damage and when is it best to optimize for safety. Obviously, if you're getting run down, don't try to short dash. You want to long dash and create the most distance that you can so you can continue kiting and continue to pour out damage. But when you're comboing, when you're trying to go for optimal damage, Scuttle, can you leave? Thank you. When you're trying to go for damage, and even that was sketchy. Like, once you see the first auto from your passive come out, you can dash, because the second auto is coming out anyway. Like that. So, obviously, this gets even better when you use ult. Like, obviously the target's going to run. Obviously the target's going to run. But, obviously you understand how you can really pressure somebody. And that's with me messing up the passive. Like, I didn't get the last autos from my Q there. Like that. Also, the same thing kind of happens with Lucian. It's when you do something like auto Q, auto, that's going to come out faster than actually clicking on him. So, like that, if you click, not as fast. See how like the bullets come out like literally immediately after? That's what you're looking for. I know it's a little difficult to see, but the frames really matter in that instance. So let's see, what else? How can we implement flash? So your flash is gonna go wherever the point of which you cast the Q at. So your Q is still gonna go here. So if you really want, if you really want to like play with somebody's head, it's kind of like Israel ult. You could just be like Q, boom. Does it work the same with W? Let's find out. Nope. So the W is gonna go to where you reposition at. So say I'm trying to get around this target. Like, I don't know why you would, because you would just Q through it, but let's say your Q's down, right? And you're trying to W this target because he's literally one W. You could W, yeah, you can W forward, but I was trying to W dodge. Like that. So, I don't really know when you would use that. I don't think it's really... There might be a point in time where it's probably one time or two times in 100 games you'd probably use that. I don't know, maybe you're a god, maybe you play AP Lucian and you just need to get that, you know, you just need to get it. But, yeah, that's kind of basically the most for Lucian. Like, it's kind of these mechanics are what you're going to live and die by. Obviously, that is going to be one of the biggest things. A Lucian ulti is like it's actually kind of big. Because when you miss it, you realize how much damage you missed out on. Like, literally, Lucian can probably do that to a tank, and they're probably gonna go down. So imagine, like, something like a Scion gets CC'd, and you're able to just go like that, and he's now a zombie, right? He's now a zombie, he's running at you, you're just kiting away. Like, there are instances like that where it's optimal for you to just be able to play aggressive, especially when ahead. So that's basically just about it. Just remember, the W is going to reposition from where you go. So if I cast here and I flash here, it's going to fall on top of this guy. Wait, I didn't flash right. Still didn't flash right. I'm great. There we go. So, your W is coming from where you... So, if I flash here, W is going that way. If I flash here, W is going that way. Well, that was a bad example, but I think you get the idea. See? That's really honestly all there is to Lucian. It's really rinse repeating that over and over and over again and knowing when you can combo and when you can't combo. And that's kind of what makes him really good. Is you understand his damage, he's very mobile, he kites very, very well, and he's great early game.